Hello, Jan here from Into the Woods, and I am in the middle of my first basket making project of the year. Very exciting moment. I started last night. I'm halfway through a basket and I can feel the basket making juices flowing again. It's lovely. It's such a lovely feeling. I'm going to explain a little bit about how I make baskets, and I want to make it very clear I am not a basket maker. I am a person who grows some willow and makes a few baskets every year. If you want to know how to make baskets, there are loads of people out there on the internet who can show you and do a really good job of it. I'm not going to teach you how to make a basket. I'm just going to show you the process, really, and hopefully convey some of my enthusiasm for it. So here's the project so far. I'm nearly as far up the sides as I'm going to go, and very soon I'm going to turn the border. I will go back and show you the process from the beginning. I work on the ground. I have this little stool that I put in front of me, and I either bend my knees up or I put them out straight in front of me like that. So my hamstrings are nice and long at the end of the basket making season. And to remember how to make a basket, I have one of my old baskets. This is my little egg basket, and each year I forget how to make a basket and I have to pick up an old one and figure it out and go, oh yeah, I do this and I do that. In another video, I'll show you the process from the start. So for the moment, I'm continuing with this half-made basket. Now I put a little bit of red. If you saw my other willow, you saw I collected some wild willow from down the lane this year. Very beautiful colours, and I found some lovely red. So I made a little bit of an embellishment around the base, which you can see when you look down into the basket. You'll see later. And I've decided that now I've brought the basket high enough, and I would like to do another border of red on here before I bind it off. So I've just been outside to my willow bundles, and I've brought in these guys, which is the wild willow. My own red willow that was growing in the garden has all died, sadly. So I've selected the reddest that I could find among that. I'm going to look for 6 that are all a similar length and all a similar fatness, and I'm going to weave them in as a border around the top of the basket. And now I've added in the reds, and I've added them in 2 places at once. This is a kind of weave that's called wailing. We put it at the top and the bottom and some important places in between. And I'm working it round, and then I'll pick up the other ones and work those ones round. All the time I'm trying to keep the rods with their reddest face facing out, so that we get the most of that beautiful colour. And there we go. Just a little bit of red. I just want a suggestion. I don't want it to be too in my face. And now a wonderful thing, wrapping. This is a wrapper. And what we do is we give it a good whack to make sure that all of the rods are settled down. This is a bit of an art. We don't want to bruise or break the fibres, but at the same time we want the basket to be compacted down as much as possible to make a firm, snug basket. It's also very easy at the beginning to slide this down the risers and skin them, which is very annoying. It takes a sure hand. And there we go. Now I'm ready to make the border, which I am going to do in privacy because borders do my head in, to be honest, and I need to remember how to do it on my own without observers. So off I go to do my private border, and I'll show you when it's finished. And amazingly, I survived the border, and it's not too much of a mess. I'm rubbish at borders, but that one I got away with. I did the simplest border possible and got away with it. So all that remains now is to use my beautiful little Japanese snipping tools and cut off all of the extraneous bits inside and out. And there we have it. The finished basket, all pricked off. That's what you call taking off the little bits. My first basket of the season. I survived the border. It's quite round. So I've got that little flash of red down in the base, little flash of red around the top. I'm always critical of my baskets, but I'm quite pleased with that for a first one for the season.